Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Kairos and welcome back to Let's Play Empire Total War, where we are currently playing as the Pirates of Nassau, the Flying Gang. And we have had a bit of a rough start for this particular faction. We've lost a lot of ships in various places across the world. We had a fleet in Madagascar, which has been sunk. We had fleets down in the down along the coast of South America, which have either been sunk or chased away. And we've lost quite a lot of ships. However, we have had some early success, and we managed to take a brig that, wasn't really looking where it was going. So we managed to get hold of that at least. And we are consolidating our strength here. We are building a nation of thieves, and we will keep at it. We need to really concentrate on getting our ground forces in order. So I think we're gonna start to actually branch out into free sailors. We need some more sailors free here in order to defend ourselves. We need some musketry. We're going to attack Martinique fairly soon, which is still undefended. So it looks like the French government has not been made aware of just how dangerous this situation is. Their intelligence is lacking. Our fleet is looking good. Now, we're even though we've lost some ships, they were, to be honest, not particularly good ships, and we're replacing them with some nice light frigates. Here we have the Black Mackerel, which has just been completed. We could rename this ship if we wanted to, and I will probably rename some of our ships, but this one I like, the Black Mackerel. That's a great name for a ship, so we'll send her to the fleet. And we have down here another light frigate, the Burgundy Fox, and she is ready to go as well. We'll add her to the fleet. Might as well. We don't want them spread out too much. Now we have, that's the sloop Fancy. We're going to rename the Flying Dutchman. I don't know who decided to name this ship Flying Dutchman. We'll just call her, we'll actually call her the Germania. Which isn't a very pirate name, but it's a good name for a brig. So that will do for that. I will not have the Flying Dutchman jinxing my fleet. Speaking of famous pirate ships, we should probably be thinking about recruiting our flagship at some point. There's the Jackdaw. That's obviously a reference to another gaming franchise, and of course, as I was saying last episode, we also have this here reference to a movie franchise. So hopefully no one will flag me for that. This is just a mod, so it's just having a bit of fun. And it's kind of cool that they've added some of those sort of cultural touchstones to this particular mod. But we are going to be sticking mostly to the historically accurate pirate ships, such as the Widder Galley. That might be one worth having. That was Black Sam Bellamy's ship. But our flagship is going to be the Royal Fortune, so we might actually start. How much does she cost to upkeep? Quite a bit, but she might be worth having. She's got good strong hull. Let's actually start recruiting the Royal Fortune and add her to our fleet. And down here we will actually start to recruit. What do you think? Shall we have a race-built galleons are great, but you can't use them for boarding, so we might not be using too many of those. We might just grab another light frigate, to be honest. It's probably one of the better ships we can have. It's a good mix of speed and firepower. That's pretty much all we can have. We could do a flute, but they're not exactly warships. They're more traders. Let's go for another light frigate for now. I'm going to build up our fleet strength as much as possible, and we need to concentrate as well on the army. And as you can see here, we've got some free sailors coming in now. I wanted to get them recruited as quickly as possible. And we have over here, we still have the fleet from last time. We may not keep the Loro Verde. I don't think we need that sloop, so we'll just send her back. Send that fleet back to port, get them repaired. What else do we have? I think we still have this fleet up here. No, it's on its way to wherever I sent it. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to repair these two. This one and this one. And we're going to actually scupper the Loro Verde down here. We don't need her anymore. we'll save a bit of money with that. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything. Now, we can't do any researching or anything like that at the moment because, obviously, pirates aren't exactly known for their schools and colleges, are they? So we will have to do without technological advancements most of this career, I suspect, or this campaign. And we still have forces not in India. Where do we have them? Down in the Indies. We still have some ships down in the Indies raiding away. I'm not sure how long we're going to be able to maintain our presence in this part of the world. But, yeah, we've still got a couple of fleets sort of hanging around. I think we may have lost our forces in Brazil. We've lost our forces on the Ivory Coast, I do believe. And we've lost our forces in Madagascar. So we do need to think about replacing some of those lost ships. But that'll do for now. I shall end turn here, and I'll get back to you shortly. Alright. So we have plenty of buildings now set up, so that's going to help a lot. We're still having money coming in. Funds are coming in quite nicely. We seem to have some kind of volcanic eruption over there. I wonder if that was... No, that's not a volcanic eruption. That's a port being raided. Thought that might be a... There's no volcanoes in the Caribbean, is there? That is definitely a port going off. So, yep, we've got sailors coming through. That's great. Fleet arrives. Fantastic. So the fleet is here.
Aye, aye, sir.
And we can either raid or we can trade. And in this case, because we've got a trade ship, what we're actually going to do is we're going to split our forces. I'm anticipating we'll probably lose the Liberty. But let's have a look here. Let's see if we can take one of these little trade routes and maybe, just maybe, we'll actually get some money coming in.
Awaiting further orders.
Yep, looks like we are. I suppose that's working. So we'll take those out, split our forces, and we'll raid this. I wish there was a way to see how much she was producing. I'll have a look later in the lists here to see, just to make doubly sure that we are actually getting income for sitting there. Because again, this campaign is designed around raiding rather than trading, so I just want to make doubly sure that that's actually working out fine. But that should all be good now. And these, I'm not anticipating these ships will last very long at all.
Where to, Captain?
Let's actually do something a bit cheeky and go down here so we've got a little bit more room to retreat if we do need to. We won't get cornered at the end of the map. Yeah, that's a Portuguese trade route, so they'll probably come out there and attack us. We'll see. But anyway, all good, and we can continue thinking about our main base here. We must surely be beginning at this point to be in a position where we can think about attacking soon. So I'm gonna... That's interesting. So that trade route's producing nothing apparently. The ports must be blockaded. So what I'm thinking is, we saw a Dutch navy come past here a little while ago. So what I'm thinking is that this is being attacked by the Dutch, and we could take advantage of that. What do we have here? Two brigs, a sloop, and 2 light frigates. That's not really enough to take out what we want. So what we will do first of all is actually get... Do we want a military encampment, or... I think we'll just go for the standard governor's mansion here. Let's be clever about this. This is probably going to be our main fortress, but nothing's quite finished yet. We need technology if we're going to improve the roads, and we're not going to be doing that for a while. This campaign's probably going to get really difficult, so I'm not sure how long we'll last. I'm not really anticipating conquering the world, I'm just anticipating surviving as long as possible. We're going to play this historically accurately. Now, I think it might be worth adding the Misere to the fleet. And then, if we can, we will try and attack this... Catch this Dutch fleet with their pants down. Let's be bold about this. Yes, I thought so.
Awaiting further orders.
Path blocked. Alright. That's fine. Did we repair that? Looks like it. So I think we may be able to
Ready for
lock them up in
action.
their own port
Your
here.
nation expects that every man do his duty.
We have them trapped in their own port. Well, I don't see why we might as well not stay there, to be honest, for now. And they are trapped there. There's only one way out, and so they've gone and attacked the port here at wherever this is, whichever island this is. I can't see there. That's part of the Martinique settlement. So this is a French port, and they have gone and raided, and now we have blockaded them, Captain Blood style, outside their own. Caught them with their trousers down at their own game. So yes, I'm happy with that. That's a very pirate move. And I think that is probably going to be everything we can do this turn, to be honest. So the turns will speed up now. Obviously, we need to do some more recruiting. Let's have some more musketeers, I think. Let's have some light infantry. These are armed pirates. And again, here we want Africa. Should we have some African militia? How much do they cost up? Not much at all. That's a nice touch as well. Now, historically, a lot of buccaneers tended to be more, shall we say, lenient on... They would still obviously trade slaves and so on, as everyone did in those days, but they would recruit men to their crews often, and if they took a trade ship full of slaves in the hold, they would often sort of free the slaves. I wouldn't say they were exactly free, but they were given a much better lot in life, as it were, on the cruise of a pirate ship than they would on a plantation, that's for sure. So I like that touch that we have African militia, and we will indeed recruit some of those militia to assist us as we build our nation. Alright, let's end turn now and see what else happens. We may get a battle in a moment if these guys try to break out, we shall see. Alright, and as I suspected, these Portuguese here were not particularly happy with us raiding their trade routes, so they have sent their little fleet of Indiamen to chase us away, and they have succeeded in chasing us all the way down here. We can't run any further. They have overhauled us. We have nothing but a sloop and a brig here. These ships are going to go down, even though these are trade ships. We're not going to be able to fight this one off. So let's just auto resolve again in the interest of keeping this fairly snappy. And it looks like one of our ships actually managed to get away. So that's nice. We may still lose her. They might. Nope. Okay. Well, we can send that brig back to join the trade ship up here, and maybe they'll leave us alone if we mind our own business. We shall see. Anyway, not great. Let's not cut anything here. The turn is now over. Those turns take a good couple of minutes to actually go through, because we've got all those nations to... Okay, good. Now, oh yeah, that's right. I was wondering why we didn't have another ship ready to go, but it's because it takes 3 turns to recruit the Royal Fortune. Now, they did not break out that turn, so that's interesting. What we might do then is we have recruited a pretty good force. We're going to leave one of these guys here to guard. And I just hope they don't send an invasion force after me. And we're going to load them on to this ship. We've got a new light frigate here. She's called the Araña Negra, the Black Spider, which is a wonderful name for a ship. I wonder who came up with the names, because those are some really cool names they've programmed into the game. Araña Negra. And so the Black Spider is going to be sending the army, if we can load them on. I just got to remember how to do this. Embark, disembark, there we go. Yes, please. We should be able to select them all. I've got to actually remember how to do this, people. Yeah, I think that's it. Exchange. I'm pretty sure now we have... There you go. Now we know how to embark. So if we've got the Navy here, we should be able to see... This should follow us. Yep. So we've got Navy and Army. We've got men loaded on the ship. And we want to head straight to... I think we will just put them straight in port here.
Under sail.
We have here also the galleon here, which I'm actually going to rename in a minute, but we'll worry about that later. Because I simply can't pronounce that name. I'm not sure what language that is. It looks possibly Dutch. Stormachtig. I don't know. Someone who knows that language can pronounce that for me. But that ship is going to get renamed. I think that's probably going to be another turn done. We shall double check quickly that we are indeed recruiting. No, we are not. We need more recruits. Let's have some more musketeers. Some sailors free. Which are more expensive? Sailors free or armed pirates? Let's have a few more armed pirates actually. I'd like to have superior firepower. Those men will be good shots. And here we'll just grab a few. We'll just recruit some militia. They're good upkeep. So let these people guard their own homes. Just so we've got some men with muskets ready to go. If a few naughty Spaniards decide to come and reclaim this port here. Although I think this might be. Are these the Portuguese? No, United Provinces, French, Spain. Okay, so we could get trouble from either the United Provinces or Spain. We haven't seen any English yet, so they've got Port Royal and Nassau. Nassau, of course, is our primary objective at the moment. We want to be moving over here and establishing this as our main port of operations, simply to be historically accurate. At the moment, we're still here in the Leeward Islands. So Martinique will be our first objective. Let us see if we can take it. We'll end turn here and we'll see if we get any more action. Alright, here we are. We have been attacked. We can actually retreat, but I don't think we shall. We have here the Liberty and the Revers Argent. I think, however you pronounce that, I think that's French. Revers Argent. Anyway, these two ships have been attacked, and one is already fairly badly damaged, so we've got very little chance here. But do you know what? I think seeing as these both sides are dented, and we've got a pretty good chance here of holding our own. We may see if the Liberty can indeed hold her ground here, and we'll see if we can take out some of these Indiamen. We may even be able to capture one of them. We shall see. Let's have a go. Let's actually fight this battle and see what happens. All right, let's do this, shall we? Let's get the colours flying and the sails unfurled. We've got them in a line up here, and we will need to try and cut them off. So let's get this. We've got the wind, which is excellent. So let's head up this way and try and cut them off at their T. Obviously we're gonna be trying to dismast them as much as possible, but we'll continue to use round shot for now, just because we can have a better range, as it were, on them. So we'll get into position, and in a moment we should be closing in and opening fire. We're gonna need all the luck we can get with this one. Okay, both ships have opened fire. I think it's time to start using chain. I've already switched to chain on the brig. We just got to try and deal with them as best we can. Come on. We don't want them to get those sails up. We don't want to get all of these ships on us at once. These trade ships have pretty good firepower, but they are quite slow, so we might be okay. Let's spin around here and see if we can get a volley into this sloop. Come on. Bring her about. Come on. Oh, she fired on us there. Come on. Nice. Cut across the stern. Okay, we should be fine. They're having real trouble organizing themselves. They're not warships, these are just merchant sailors, so they don't really know what they're doing when it comes to organizing in line. At least that's how we're going to roleplay this when it comes to the derpy AI. We're going to get a nice strong volley here. Bring her about, come on. Fire. Fire as you bear, come on. So this might go on for a little while. There's just cat and mouse back and forth trying to dismast each other, trying to dismast the enemy and not get ourselves sunk. Spin her about. We'll try and get a volley in there as well. Nice. We've just got to whittle down their masts, slow them down so we can take this battle. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we've been doing okay so far, but it looks like our brig has fled, or she's laid down a... I think she's struck her colours. She's surrendered. Okay, so that's not good. We're now on our own. We have to hold the line with just the Liberty. And she's a good ship. She can move. She's fairly maneuverable. Beautiful lines. Lots of guns. 42 guns, although we have had one shot away. So I think we're going to be okay, but we need to stay out of the thick of it. We need to continue to hurl at their masts. We've taken out a couple already. So definitely slowed them down. You can see here they're trying to group together for safety, it would seem, but as long as we can keep our gunnery going, which is superior, we'll be fine. And there goes her mizzen mast. She's not looking happy. So we've got to keep up the fire. We'll just keep on spinning around. Ow. Men down on the deck, not good. As you can see, these Indiamen are pretty sturdy, but they're not exactly maneuverable. So we should be okay if we can just stay out of range of their guns and continue pommeling away at their rigging. Well, we've only got about 10 minutes left on this battle and they're still not surrendering, so I guess they're playing the waiting game, hoping that we'll have to leave, but we're within musket range now. I have no idea why the crew will not fire their broadside, but I guess we can do it for them. Come on, boys. That'll do. They must be about to surrender, surely. Yeah. A couple more volleys and we'll have them, I'm sure. We may have to start pommeling them. This may end up to be a draw, simply because of the timer. Probably should have made it 60 minutes instead of 40, but I suppose it makes things a little bit harder for me to cheese, so that's probably a good thing, to be honest. Just need to take down a main mast and she should surrender. That should do. A little bit more to port. Fire. Fire. Come on, surrender, you bugger. I'm going to try and hurl ball at them until they give up. They're routing. And that's it. Victory. The nick of time too. That's bloody fantastic. So we can try and chase her down. I guess we will. See if we can sink her. And there we go. She surrendered. Close victory. Very nice. Well done, gentlemen. That's something to write home about. Well, there you are. Not bad at all. We managed to make a stand there, a good stand at that, and we have taken 4 ships, which we're going to leave alone, I think. We could add them to our fleet, but I think we'll just take the prize money, as it were, so we'll just loot them for everything they're worth and then scupper them. And we have succeeded. We have absolutely succeeded. That was a fantastic result for us there. So let's get that prize money, shall we? Down they go. So I think that's more than enough for this episode. Next time, I suppose we'll try and repeat that and see if we can really take some control of this situation. Let's hope we don't get attacked again. Hopefully not, because technically we're still waiting for our turn to end. There we go, and we have completed our building here at Antigua, so we now have a Pirates Cove completed. Fantastic. So that'll do for now. I think that was an extremely successful engagement, and I'm very happy with that indeed. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. This has been Kairos, and I will see you all in the next episode.